Everyone, I'm Rashmi Mangla. I'm working as an assistant professor for the BBA department of St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. The subject that I'll be teaching today is e-commerce. This is our 8th lecture of Unit 1 that we were doing. The topics of Unit 1 that we'll be covering today are designing, developing and deploying the system, one-to-one enterprise, and steps involved in implementing one-to-one marketing. Let's see the first topic, that is designing, developing and deploying the system. Now, in order to design, develop and deploy the whole system of online business, we have to follow certain steps. So we have, in brief, we have 7 steps that we need to follow, which we'll be seeing one by one. Amongst which the first one is identify the product or service and the customer. Our first major step is we have to identify the product that we are selling, and in order to choose the product well, we have to keep certain points in mind. The points that we need to keep in mind are whether it's a crowded market. In a crowded market, it can help us to go niche. That means if it is a crowded market, or then it's possible that it might be having a lot of demand, or it might be the opposite case also. The demand might be less. So we need to take care of the crowded market. Then we need to consider the price of the product. Now, items that are priced very low, they will make it difficult for us to get returns, and it is also difficult for people to purchase high value items. So we need to consider the price of the product. Third thing is availability of the product and convenience can help a customer decide whether to shop online or offline. Now, availability of how easily the product is available and how convenient it is for the customer to buy it online or offline. And items that are not usually available in stores, they tend to rack up more sales online. For example, if we talk about mobile phones, the newly launched mobile phones, as quickly as they are available online, so we do not get them that very much quickly in the normal shops which are there, normal mobile shops. So the items which are convenient to buy online, they tend to have more demand for e-commerce transactions. Then, and not only this, we have to also consider our incidental cost also. For example, there can be goods which are perishables, fragile goods, or large goods which have shipping challenges. So we also need to consider those costs as well. And not only this, not only identify the product or service, but we also need to know the e-commerce customer. And it is very vital for any business to understand its customers so that they can reach out to them in the best possible way. And one of the way to evaluate the customer is to evaluate the customers of your competitors. If you can evaluate your competitors' customer, you can get to know about your e-commerce customers also. And for just evaluating your customer, for knowing about your e-commerce customer, there are some parameters that you can keep in mind. For example, you can interact with the customers through feedback or through suggestions. You can tap on social media to identify that which people are interested in your brand or the product that you're offering. And you can also establish a demographic factor. That means you can pick up the gender or the age group or the income, people of which income level are interested in your brand. Now, that was the first point. Now, second step is choosing the right e-commerce website development platform. Now, when we talk about an e-commerce platform, it is a software suite that helps you build your e-commerce store. Platform is a software suite where you build your e-commerce store, where you make your products available online, and where your customers can conduct transactions. So that is an e-commerce platform. Now, choosing the right e-commerce platform is vital for any online business, because it is the very foundation of the business. And now, to begin with, as the business owner, you need to decide whether you'd prefer a self-hosted platform or a hosted one. Now, a hosted one, both of them have different requirements. While the requirement for both is different, hosted platforms are usually preferred as they usually consist of full feature websites and maintenance plan. This minimizes the scope for error and makes website management much easier. A hosted platform they are basically, they minimize the scope of our error and they make the management of the website also easier. Now there are many platforms that we can choose from. For example, some popular ones are Hybris or WooCommerce or Shopify. These are the most common platforms. Now, third step is we need to choose the right e-commerce website hosting platform. Now, your choice of server and hosting can make or break your e-commerce business. It determines your website's accessibility and performance efficiency. Now, not only this, it is very imperative to choose quality over cost saving when it comes website hosting and support. See, we also have to, not only about cost saving, we also have to think of quality. So there are some parameters that we can consider when we are zeroing or when we are choosing an e-commerce host. What are those parameters? Speed, uptime, support and security. See, your server, it should have the capacity to deliver good website speed. And this also depends on the internet connection speed also for your server. So we have to keep a check on that. Now when we talk about uptime, a good way to assess the kind of service that we will get from the host is to assess the recent uptime records. Uptime records of whom? Of other websites who are being hosted by the same host or by the same provider. Now third thing is support. Now what kind of support services does your host provide? We also need to see that. For example, some just provide infrastructure, while some also give managed services that help minimize some troubleshooting response or time and improve uptime. So we need to see the support, kind of support also that they provide. Last one, security. See, as an e-commerce website, we accept the payments online and we require that the servers must be secured. So it is very important to ensure data security through secure servers. The next step is choosing the right e-commerce development partner. Now, shopping for e-commerce tech development partners or e-commerce vendors, it can be confusing. And not only this, the market is like, chock-a-block with ample of service providers and with each one claiming to offer the very best. See, there are many service providers and everybody, they just claim that they are the best ones. So it is very difficult to actually find that which is the best one. So we need to look at these aspects, when we are choosing a right e-commerce development partner. First aspect is location. Contrary to the popular practice of outsourcing to cheaper locations, it makes, a lot of sense to commission e-commerce website development to a local company. Our website development should be made to a local company, and with an intensive task like this that require regular and deep involvement, a lot of involvement is there. So it helps to be located in the same time zone in order to speed up communication. We should locate in the same time zone where communication can be easier and coordination can be easier. So losing hours or even a day due to time difference can add significantly to development time and cost. If our times don't match, so losing that time, it can add to the development cost of the business. Secondly, custom development. Now, a vendor who takes time to understand your goals, your requirements and hurdles and takes the time to address them, he is likely to deliver a website that will be more to your expectations and will fuel the business growth. So we need to think of the custom development. We need to think of the business requirements also. Then approach to processes. See, e-commerce website development, it is a lengthy and task intensive project which involves a lot of problems and a lot of hurdles in its way. So therefore it is very important to partner with a vendor. We have to partner with such a vendor who follows agile process that are continuously adapted and that are improved on the journey to suit the changing needs. As and when our need changes, our process should also change. Then the next step that we have to see is e-commerce website testing. Now see, you can never test enough. That's a phrase. See, no matter how much we test, it will never end. So upon completion of the website development, once our website is developed or it is even hand in hand with it, that means it's already developing. The next vital step is e-commerce website testing. Now testing checks usability, customer convenience, check for bugs, and is vital to ensuring a good shopping experience. And testing, it is usually carried out in various browsers across platforms and across many devices. So website testing, it can be manual or automated or a combination of the two. Now the next step is effective marketing. See, once our website is live, now how do we attract visitors to it? How do we get to know that people, how do we tell people to know about it? So one needs to have a marketing plan charted out even before launch. हमारी वेबसाइट लॉन्च भी नहीं हुई है, उससे पहले हमारे पास एक मार्केटिंग प्लान रेडी होना चाहिए, as soon as you are ready to launch successfully. So marketing and promotion, it can be rolled out as and when we are ready to launch. Now in a crowded market of business owners, it's a very crowded market where there are a lot of business owners and everybody is looking for customers' attention. So when there are so many business owners, it is very casual that we can get unnoticed, we can go unnoticed, or we can get lost. So we need to have a well planned marketing strategy that reaches out to the right audience at the right time and across the right channels, and can help break through this clutter. Which clutter? The clutter of going unnoticed. So we can use many methods, and some of the popular marketing methods are, they can be either traditional methods like newspapers or magazine ads, or we can have email marketing, we can have social media marketing, we can have content marketing, or we can have pay per click. Anyways, there are a lot of methods that we can follow. The last step is adapt and grow. Now development to going live is a long process. From website development to going live, it is a very long process. And if your website is up and running successfully, अगर website live हो चुकी है and it is running successfully by now, so it is really a very satisfying achievement. But yet, we cannot sit back and relax. We still, it is very necessary to continuously adapt to changing conditions and to stay ahead of the competition. हमें competition में आगे रहना है. So what we can do is, we have to upgrade the platform. Upgrade your platform regularly to keep your website running smoothly and offer up-to-date features. We need to keep our features up to date, and we need to periodically check for security updates and implement them as well. So your e-commerce website and business require nurture to enjoy healthy growth and deliver long-term returns on your investment. So these are the ways how we can design, develop and deploy the system. Now there is a new topic, that is one-to-one enterprise. Now one-to-one enterprise or marketing can be thought of as treating different customers differently. That is, telling them apart and remembering them individually, interacting with them, and then customizing the product or service to each customer's own individual needs. See, one-to-one enterprises means where we know that each customer has a specific demand and we treat each customer differently. For example, if we talk about the designers, the designers who are there. So what they do is, every time you go to a designer, he will get the dress designed as per your choice. So he is treating each customer differently. उसके पास जो भी कस्टमर आता है, वो उनकी नीड्स, उनकी डिमांड्स को देख के उनके अकॉर्डिंगली ड्रेस डिज़ाइन करता है. So that is the same way how one-to-one enterprise works. They treat different customers differently, and they remember every customer. They interact with them. They customize the product according to one's individual needs. And this implies three distinct computer capabilities. Firstly, the database. Secondly, interactivity. And thirdly, mass customization. These three distinct computer capabilities should be there. And not only this, one-to-one marketing, it provides a lot of strategies for increasing the customer base value. And how can we increase that? By identifying customers and understanding their needs, by determining the profitable customers and those with growth potential, or by expanding business based on what customers want, and by working effectively across the enterprise to meet customer goals. So we can create or we can increase a customer base value by following these steps. And not only these, we have certain steps that help us in implementing the one-to-one marketing. Let's see those steps. The first one is identify your customer. See, it is important to know and remember each customer individually and to link information about that customer across the entire enterprise through the duration of a customer relationship. So first important step is कि हमें अपने customer को we have to identify him, we have to know him and we have to remember him individually. हमें हर एक customer को individually याद रखना है. And if a company has not identified its valuable customer, then it is not prepared to launch a one-to-one initiative. If you cannot remember your valuable customer, then you cannot launch a one-to-one initiative. Now, second step is differentiate your customers. Now, once you have identified your customers, the next step is to differentiate them. Now, why do we need to differentiate them? So as to prioritize your efforts and gain the most advantage with the most valuable customer. Then tailor your firm's behavior. You need to, just fit in your firm's behavior to each customer based on their customer individual need. Whatever is the need of the individual or the customer, you have to change the firm's behavior into according to their needs. And customers are different in two critical ways. They each represent a different level of value to the organization and they each have different needs also from you. So we need to take care of both the things. The third step is interact with your customers. Now, the next step, is to improve both the cost efficiency and effectiveness of your interaction with the customer. And to improve the effectiveness of each interaction, gather only relevant information. We have to take only that information which is needed by us, which is, when it is needed, either first step to better grasp a customer's individual needs or to more accurately quantify a customer's potential value. So that is, only for this only we will take the customer's information. Only for taking this information only we'll interact with the customer. Now, next and last step is customization. Now, in order to practice one-to-one marketing, the product or service delivery end of your business has to be able to treat a particular customer differently. One-to-one marketing तभी follow हो सकती है when we consider every customer and treat him differently based on what the customer said during an interaction, based on what he said with the sales or marketing part and based on his needs and choices. So we have to customize some aspect of the enterprise behavior towards the customer and based on the customer's needs and values. So these are the steps in implementing a one-to-one marketing. With this, our unit 1 is finished. Let's see some questions based on today's concept. Write the ways of designing, developing, deploying the system. What is one-to-one marketing? What are the steps in implementing one-to-one marketing? You have to do these questions, children. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos of unit 2 now. Thank you.